Can you see yourself? Look in the little television. Oh. Hi everybody, I thought I'd do a what's in my hospital bag video because I am days now from my due date, and otherwise I'll probably have the baby and then I'll have used my hospital bag and there'll be no point in doing the video. As you can tell, I've got a really bad cold. Again, I can't believe it, which is great. Just what you need when you're 39 weeks pregnant. And I've got one of those really horrible throat cough things. So that's good. I've actually got an elective C-section booked. So I know when I'm going, I know what's going to happen, pretty much, after last time. And if you want to read about all of my sort of deliberations about the whole C-section issue and things like that, then all of the videos are on the Uphill channel and all of my posts about it are on the Uphill blog, and I'm going to link to both of those below. So let's get on with this, shall we? Hospital bag for a C-section. I don't really think that what I've got in here is much different to the hospital bag that I packed when I thought that I was just going to be having a natural, straightforward birth. I'm doing something called an enhanced recovery program, in which they aim to get you back out of the hospital by 2 o'clock the next afternoon, which I'm slightly concerned about. Not concerned, but it sounds quite quick. Obviously, if you don't feel ready, they're not going to sort of chuck you out, but it's more for second-time mums who don't want to spend loads of time in hospital and just want to get out of there. So obviously they check that your scar and the baby are okay. They don't let you go if it's not safe, but there's the option to sort of speed things up, basically. Oh my god, waffle. I've got this bag. It's a changing bag, actually, and it's by Bystrom, and it's a gorgeous leather bag, and it sort of folds out into this big square thing, and I use it a lot for travelling when we're going places with Angelica, because it's got loads of different sections and little pockets and things, and it's just really handy. And it can either be quite small and you can wear it as a shoulder bag, or it folds out into this big square. So obviously I've got it folded out, and then one half of it is full of mum stuff, the other half stuff is baby stuff, and then in the middle just some essentials that if I really want to know where something is, like cereal bars, and my Kindle. And I'll pop my phone in there as well, my phone charger, when I go to the hospital. Then I'll know they're in the middle. So let's start with the mum stuff. Just some basic tops. This is a really old Abercrombie and Fitch top that my, oh no it's not, I'm lying. It's an H&M top. I was going to tell you a sort of nostalgic story behind that, but it's the wrong top. And then I've got this soft stripy top from Gap. That's maternity. Both of those are very long, so they sort of cover your bottom, which is nice, and they cover your tummy, because I always thought that once you gave birth, your tummy just sort of deflated, but it doesn't. You look really pregnant for quite a while, and it's big and doughy, and after a C-section it's sort of full of air and really uncomfortable, so you don't want anything touching it that's tight. I've also got my Manuka, you can't really see them, but they're like draped harem trousers, shorts things, really soft, and the waistband doesn't have any sort of definite elastic. The whole thing is really stretchy, but there's no point where it would dig into your skin or anything like that. And it goes right up over my bump at the moment, which means that it will stay nice and far away from the C-section wound, which is important. So they're going in, and just another basic H&M strappy vest top, because that's easy to breastfeed in. I've got a couple of feeding bras. Well, they're not feeding bras, they're sort of sleep bra, feeding bra things. This one's from Mothercare, and it's just soft and it's got a crossover look, so you can just like that, which is good. And then the other one that I've got, which is much larger, and I'm not sure which of these is going to fit me, but the same kind of idea, really soft cotton again, and this is from Jojo Maman Baby. And yeah, I just, at this particular moment in time, the whole birthing sort of thing, I feel like the whole drop down, more structured bra thing is a bit unsuitable, because you just want to be, you're lying in bed, you can't sit up properly, you just want to get them out when you need to get them out, you know, and everything just to be really soft and comfy. Loads and loads of knickers. These are just M&S. I'll put a link to them. They're like big full cotton briefs, and they come up right over my bump at the moment, so again they'll stay really far from the C-section wound, which is what I want. Disposable breast pads. These are Lancino ones. I used them a lot last time. And then these ones, which are reusable bamboo ones, and you stick them in the wash, which I switched to after a few months of breastfeeding last time. I didn't really know they existed, but I use these if I was just at home. They're no good for if you're out and about, because they're too bulky and they show and they slip around. But actually for those first couple of months where you're just at home and all milky and, you know, in your dressing gown all the time, they're absolutely fine, those ones. More knickers there, and then I've got a feeding night dress from Seraphine, which is very gorgeous. Just because I thought if I do manage to sort of get up, or someone helps me get up, and I can put some night clothes on to go to sleep, then at least it makes you feel a little bit better, doesn't it? Rather than last time, I just felt like I was sort of squandering in my own fluids, if that makes any sense, and it just wasn't a nice feeling. So this time, hopefully, I'm going to be a bit more organised and a bit more on top of things, and I can make myself feel a little bit better while I'm there. Earplugs, absolute necessity, although I can't imagine I'm going to use them, because you're just so tuned into what your baby's doing, I suppose, but we'll see how that goes. And then I've got some disposable nappy sacks, more to put maternity pads in really than nappies, because you can't really get out of bed for the first bit, so the nurse tends to do, the midwives tend to do the nappies. But just, you know, in case I need to get rid of anything, basically from the bedside. These are taking up, honestly, about half of my hospital bag. Maternity pads. Now look, these are like mattresses, these ones. I've got two different types that I'm testing. Always Ultra, and they're night ones, and they're a lot thinner. They've got wings, they stick really well. But then these, which are sort of very natural, and they're cotton, and they're called Natricare or Natricare, but they're really thick and they don't quite stick as well. I'm trying both out just to compare, because this is too much information, I know, but there was a certain time when postpartum last time, and these sort of sanitary towels that have got the more plasticky covers on, they really irritated me. So the maternity pads that were really soft cotton I found to be better, but they weren't as absorbent. So I'm going to do a proper test this time. Sacrifices I make for you, I tell you what. So that's it, maternity pads, Lancino nipple cream. This is my one from the first time round. It's about just under £10, I think, but you know, I've used hardly any of it. It's so good. Little goes a long way. I'd say this is the one to go for really if you're looking for a nipple cream. Just can't go wrong with that. I've got an eye mask, although I can't imagine I'm going to use it. I've got my glasses. I've got my Kindle. I've got peppermint tea bags. I don't drink tea or coffee, but I do drink herbal tea. And I just thought that, you know, if anyone offers me a tea when I'm recovering, I can just ask for some hot water and pop one of those in. And it's supposed to help with wind as well, because you can get a bit funny after you've had a C-section. I did last time. And then I've got about 1 million cereal bars. I've got these naked ones, and I've got Nutri Mum, which I took last time as well for breastfeeding, to sort of increase milk production and things like that. I don't know whether they work. I think they did a bit actually. So I just thought I'll try them again. May as well, what's the harm? And then I've got some arnica tablets to help with bruising and recovery of the wound. It's up from Veleda, I bought those off Amazon. And then the baby side, millions of nappies. These ones come free when you get to a certain stage of your pregnancy. You get this pack from the midwife, and it's got samples of stuff in. These are Pampers size 1. And then I've got my Pampers size 2 because the baby's predicted to be quite large, about 10 pounds. I don't know whether it will be, but I just need to cover both bases, which is why also the clothes that I've got in here are all different sizes as well. That just looks far too big for a newborn, doesn't it? So I've got 0 to 3 months, which is up to £11 or something, I think. And then I've got really tiny bits and pieces as well, but nothing too tiny, because with Angelica I was told I was having a £7 baby. I don't know how she knew that. Obviously she didn't, and Angelica was £9.11. So none of the clothes that I took to the hospital actually fit her, and she was like squashed up with her legs all sort of bunched up in the bottom of the baby grows. So I'm not making that mistake this time. I've got a couple of really small things, but then everything else is sort of 0 to 3 months in preparation for a slightly larger baby. And you know what? Mother care is around the corner from the hospital. It's about 30 seconds away. So if I need anything else, and I've got loads of stuff at home. I've got all sizes covered, but I'm not taking all sizes with me. Then we have got flip-flops. Really dirty old flip-flops, and I'll tell you why, because I will probably throw these out when I get home after the hospital. I'm really funny about hospitals. I'm really funny about hospital germs, and everyone says, oh, take your fluffy slippers and make your feet all nice and warm. It's like, no way am I taking my Ugg slippers with me. Flip-flops, you can jet spray them, disinfect them afterwards, and these are just really old, so I don't really care about them anyway. I've had those for about 12 years, and I thought you can still just slip them on, but they're just a bit more hygienic and that you can rinse them off and stuff like that. Dressing gown, really fluffy one. I bought a large one from ASDA the other day. It's only 15 quid. It's got a hood and it's really warm, and I thought, you know what, that will last me for the whole sort of postpartum bit until I'm back to normal. And then finally, my toiletries stuff. I've got toothbrush, toothpaste, hand sanitizer, very important. Even though hospitals have got those hand sanitizer things everywhere, you still want to sort of have your own. Lip balm, and then in this side I've got hairbrush, eye cream, moisturiser, hand cream, and then I have got a mascara and a concealer and a little BB cream. Just a very, very streamlined, and I've got a headband to keep my hair off my face and some hairbands, and my MV Organics Rose Soothing Moisturiser, which I love, and I've got it in this little tiny pot here, just because, I don't know, you've got to have something, I think, that makes you feel all comfortable and like home. And I find this really good at just resetting my skin anyway, and sort of calming it down and stuff like that. Yeah, and I've got micellar water and cotton wool to cleanse with, because I can't imagine I'm going to be trotting backwards and forwards to the bathroom to do a full cleanse regime. Most of it's going to be done at the bedside. As I said, hopefully I should be... Oh, and mothering cloths. Got these. Water wipes for cleaning up myself if I need to and I can't get to the bathroom. I'm not talking about like soiling myself there, by the way, just to be clear. Baby blanket. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Probably missed some stuff off. I'm going to do another recheck later on tonight. But yeah, that's what's in my hospital bag for C-section. I think the only difference is that I've sort of chosen clothes and knickers and stuff that don't touch where the scar will be, where the wound will be. That's pretty much the only change that I think that I've made to last times. And I've got a lot more knickers and a lot more maternity pads, and the baby clothes are slightly bigger. And I've got a dressing gown with me. Did have a little baby hat somewhere as well. I never used a baby hat with Angelica. Oh, there it is, look. I didn't ever put one on her. Nobody ever told me off. I didn't even know you were supposed to put a baby hat on them. I don't think I even put one on her when we left the hospital. There was a heat wave, so that's probably why I didn't do it. Anyway, that's what's in my hospital bag. I hope that you enjoyed it. Wish me luck, and the next time you see me on video, I will have had the baby, but I've pre-recorded a couple of things, so I probably won't allude to that. But I will try and get back to you as soon as I can with it. I'm trying to find my remote now to turn you off, with my little update and a hello and stuff like that. And yeah, make sure you check out the baby channel as well, and I'll put some little links to videos that I've done recently there for you. See you later, bye!